What's up, guys? Okay, well, we have found ourselves in Oklahoma. Now, this is from 3 years ago, and this is then Tulsa police officer Ty Burns, and they were called to a restore shop where LaDonna Paris was having a mental health issue, and the team that deals with that were on another call, so they couldn't show up. So this one decides to take matters into his own hands. Now, they are there for a hot minute and kick the door in, which breaks, hits her in the face. She has blood on her, and she's on the floor. And when she asked him about it, he tells her, "You were like that when I found you." So we're going to follow this. Well, we're going to watch this. It's only 41 seconds. And then we're going to follow Mr. Tulsa police officer Ty Burns and see what he's up to now. Also, I would like to note, like 90% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we will move along. So here we are, Tulsa Officer Ty Burns. And this is from Chris Williams. Like I said, this is from 3 years ago. Go over and give his channel a, like, subscribe. And Ty Burns.
Yep.
Holy shit. Can we clean up the blood?
I need help.
What happened to your nose?
Well, then you also know the blood. Leave that to your kid.
Maybe you were on the floor when we came in.
You were on the floor when we came in. We saw she was not. A complete lie. And look at his face. He's like, that is incorrect.
Well, I think you should use the door so hard, maybe.
Threw her to the floor.
Man, there was already blood on you.
Do you know, like, her real
And we
name?
didn't knock the blood.
I don't think
No. Also, I believe that she was held in jail for like a month, and then they dropped all the charges against her. So, what is Ty Burns up to now? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Calls for a state lawmaker to step down are stacking up.
That's right. He turned into a state representative for Oklahoma. And let's see what he's doing now. Like, who would have saw this coming?
All of this just 24 hours after he pleaded guilty to domestic assault and battery charges.
News 4 Spencer Humphrey is here with the growing fallout. Spencer.
Yeah, that Representative Ty Burns so far is not backing down to those calls for him to resign, only agreeing to step away from a committee chair assignment he has held. But based on the severity of what he admitted he did in new court documents, Governor Stitt and multiple others say he needs to go. Oklahoma State Representative
Wait till you hear this one.
Ty Burns still in office despite admitting he tried to gouge out his wife's eyes and later run his teen daughter and a relative off the road.
You know, it's unfortunate that Oklahoma ranks high in domestic abuse. It's especially worrisome when a state leader is caught up in that.
They rate high for domestic abuse. How many of them are law enforcement? Can we have those numbers?
New court documents News 4 got a hold of say Burns and his wife got into an argument back in April. Burns accusing his wife of letting their 16-year-old daughter have alcohol. Court documents say Burns was verbally abusive to his wife and pushing her around. A female relative and 3 of his minor children overhearing everything. His wife told the female relative to leave for safety, then brought her 16-year-old daughter out to the relative's van.
Notice I say mom and dad
Burns started
were fighting
shaking
again.
and pushing the van as they left, screaming at the female relative to get the expletive out of here. I hate you. You are the cause of all these problems. Burns then following the van with his truck, the female relative having to weave and speed to get away. He forced their van into a ditch, injuring his daughter and the relative. Then Burns, once a teacher and law enforcement officer, shouted at the female relative, "I'm going to make sure you go down. I'm going to kill you," before leaving in his truck with his daughter.
I think it's significant that this representative has a law enforcement background and teacher coaching background.
Documents also mention an incident from last November when Burns' wife said he forcefully tried to gouge her eye out with his finger, breaking a blood vessel.
Even more significant, the police investigator brought up an incident that happened a fair amount of time before the road rage incident. And one has to wonder if he or she did not see a pattern and is concerned.
OSBI
Was there no pattern during his law enforcement career? I'm guessing that there was. We just saw one.
investigators passed their findings to Attorney General Gentner Drummond's office to prosecute. Burns pleaded guilty on Thursday, receiving a 1-year suspended sentence and agreeing to attend counseling.
1 year suspended sentence and agreeing to attend counseling. He tried to gouge his wife's eye out, and he ran a vehicle off of the road that his teenage daughter was in. Let that sink in. That was his punishment. And they'll tell him you have to go to anger management. He'll likely have to go to none of that.
Drummond saying Burns received the strongest punishment possible for a first-time offender with a clean record. In a statement, Burns blamed his behavior on having PTSD, saying, "I deeply regret what occurred and am prepared to be held accountable for my actions."
Wow, it's a wonder he didn't blame the wife and the daughter.
On Friday, Governor Stitt, as well as House Democratic leaders, called on him to resign.
I think it's important that the governor has come out right away and said that this representative should resign.
Governor Stitt saying domestic violence is a serious crime and should be treated as such.
It's doubly unfortunate that the people we look to as an example get caught up in these type of activities. They're people too, but we all want to hold those folks who
Yes, that's the donkey talking out there for those of you that's going to complain about it.
hold authority over us to a higher standard.
Higher standard, you really have to appreciate that. They keep saying that, but then they're held to different standard. Get it right.
And the lawyer representing Burns is another state representative, Chris Kennedy. Kennedy serves as counselor to House Speaker Kyle Hilbert, essentially his right-hand man. We asked Hilbert's office if he planned to join Stitt's call for resignation, but nobody responded.
Shocker. Who is surprised that nobody responded? My guess would be nobody. So, where are we at now? This was yesterday.
Also, breaking news, a state representative is calling it quits after pleading guilty to domestic assault and abuse.
He'll probably go back to law enforcement.
The documents on your screen right here are part of the state law enforcement investigation into Representative Ty Burns. Police say he tried to run his own daughter and another woman off the road, and in another instance, he tried to forcefully gouge one of his wife's eyes out. Multiple people, including the governor, called for his resignation. Burns released a statement today saying the move is in the best interest of his constituents and his family. We also heard from Logan County official Aya Kelly. She says she's disappointed in the lack of strong leadership in our legislature. In a statement, she says in part, quote, "I immediately called for his resignation and for the rallying of the strongest voices in our state." She calls Burns a corrupt law.
The voices of we the people to stand in unity and show that we have the power to clean our legislature up, one corrupt member at a time. He got zero punishment. Do you think he cares?
Lawmaker. She also says she prays for him and his family. Attorney General Gentner Drummond says, quote, "I believe Burns is doing the right thing for his constituents, for his family, and for the people of Oklahoma." Drummond says he's taken responsibility for his actions and remains bound by the terms of his sentence, which include intensive counseling and completion of a batterer's intervention program.
Raise your hand if you think this is you, if you're going to be in prison, or if they're just going to say, hey, you got a clean record? Don't worry about it. Just do a few programs and we'll let you go. No, you're going to be in prison.
The domestic violence advocacy group YWCA also released a statement on this situation saying, quote, "True accountability is not measured by a title lost or a program completed, but by a sustained change in behavior. Domestic violence will only decrease to the level that our community and state are willing to confront it. If we minimize it, excuse it, or soften its reality, we allow the cycle to continue."
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they did. Also, I would wonder if his wife is still with him. Probably.
We must honor the voices of survivors, and we must stand together in refusing to accept violence in our homes, our leadership, and our communities.
Again, they did nothing about it.
And we do want you to know there are resources available to you or anyone you know who might be experiencing domestic violence or sexual assault. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is available anytime, any day. We also reached out to OSBI about the investigation. We are still waiting to hear back. They said they cannot provide a statement at this time. We'll
They never can.
let you guys know. Also,
Yes, no. But of course, who knew? He was showing his colors a long time ago. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like 90% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I am out.